Okay. We'll call the Board of Works meeting to order. Welcome, everybody. Let the minutes reflect. We're all present today and in-house, if you will. So let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, welcome everyone. We'll get right at it here. We've got the Board of Works minutes from the 5th, March 5th, have been presented. We were all present, and I would ask for your consideration.
Jeff and I both looked them over, so I'll make a motion, we approve those minutes.
Second.
All right. One thing I did want to note, under the complete streets policy, resolution and policy, it indicates that we had tabled the matter, which we did, no corrections necessary, but just wanted to draw attention to that because we'll be considering that here shortly. So, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, thank you. And again, welcome to all our visitors. Good to see the same faces.
Same mask.
Same masks. That's right, all good.
Same hairdo. I just wanted you to look good.
He wasn't disparaging any of you out here, I just want you to know that. That was directed, I think, at me.
No, right here. Hair looking, yeah.
All right. Let's jump into unfinished business. Again, that item that was tabled from the last meeting was the Complete Streets program. Johnny Latsko had presented that, our assistant planner, and I do want to apologize. I really meant to say something publicly about Johnny's service to the city. I know he was fortunate enough to get a job back home closer to his family in Ohio, which worked well for him. I think he's working for the city of Toledo. So he got some good experience here under Justin and Jeremy, and very much have appreciated all the work he's done. So I know it's a little bit late, but I did call Johnny and apologize for not acknowledging him. So I do want that to be known. That being said, Johnny's work on the Complete Streets program will now be turned over to Justin. And I know the idea was we just wanted to kind of introduce it, make sure that after it had been publicly announced that there were no comments or questions. And I think before we consider this motion on this, I just want to hear your thoughts and if there's been any public comment.
Yeah, we haven't received any public comment, and Johnny kind of covered it in depth last week, but if there are any residual questions or anything that we need to cover today, I'm happy to field those. So today we're just looking for that approval after you guys have had a little bit of time to digest it. And just as a reminder, these are things that the city's already been doing. We've really been, the last 10 years especially, we've really been implementing a lot of these policies on projects. This policy just kind of codifies those things that we've already been doing. So anytime there's infrastructure projects in the public right of way, we want to make sure that accessibility and mobility for people regardless of their income level and where they live in the city is considered for those projects. So again, we've already been doing that, but this will fit nicely into some of those policies that we have in place in the city.
So this formalizes the policy, makes the planning departments work a whole lot easier when they've got a formal policy. So any comments or concerns, questions?
I didn't see anything.
I move to approve.
I'll second that.
All right. Any further questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. Thank you. Justin, thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Let's move into new business. Looks like we've got a street closure here. Doesn't appear the petitioner is here, but this is a pretty simple request. It looks like they want to close Northern Indiana Street between Main and Center on September 11th and 12th So it's a 2-day closure. I think he switched his dates up. He's showing it opening, oh no, it is, they're there, closure 6 to 5.
They didn't check the insurance requirement, but then they attached something from.
So they're looking to close that road for 2 days, from 6 a.m. on 9/11 to 5 p.m. on 9/12. So that's the first point. It's a 2-day closure, it appears to me.
Yeah, it does.
Jerry's usually here. I wish he had a comment on this. I don't know that it needs to be closed, although I don't know.
They may be setting up stuff and when it closed.
If they're putting up an exhibit, they may want it there overnight. I don't know. I think we should table this. That needs to be determined.
I move to table.
I'll second that.
All right. Before we vote on that, did you have a comment on the insurance, George?
Well, I was just going to say, they didn't check the emergency services were contacted, nor did they check they had insurance coverage, but then they did attach the Cincinnati
form,
form. So I'm
okay.
assuming that they do
Okay.
have coverage, so, but since we're tabling it, we'll ask him
We'll
that.
just ask them to be here. Whitney, would you take care of that? Make sure that they're here at the next meeting. All right, all in favor of tabling, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, thank you. Ride-along program, Chief Wilson is on. This was approved by the Fire Territory Board a couple weeks ago, I think maybe last week, and this is essentially a program he's desiring to bring back. Was originally used as a part-time firefighter program. My concerns at the time were that the liability waiver was robust enough for the type of activity they were going to be involved in, so I asked the Fire Territory Board attorney to collaborate with the city attorney, and they assured me that waiver meets the liability needs of the city. Okay. Chief Wilson?
Very good, Mayor. Thank you. Yes, this is an opportunity for those new young firefighters across Westchester County and northern Indiana to be able to come and ride our engines, learn from us. It's a mentoring program. It's also a good mentoring program for new young fire officers to be able to come and ride with the front seat officer or even with the battalion vehicle. This was started back in, I believe, 2008 under Chief Warren at the time. It's been a good program. It kind of went away when we went into the part-time program. There was a question, why don't the guys just be part-time employees? Well, we're finding that this young group has children and a lot of activities, and they can't commit to the hours that we need for working as a part-time employee. But again, it allows them to come and can be mentored by our guys. It was a great program then, and we want to bring it back if you approve it today.
So it's kind of a scaled-down part-time program is essentially what it is.
Yes, sir, with no pay. Just they're volunteers coming and riding, and whenever they can, maybe once or twice a month.
All right, questions?
No, I'll move to approve the program.
Second.
Any further discussion? All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, thanks, Chief, appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yep, that was approved on the March 2nd Fire Territory Board meeting, just for context. So, thank you. All right, Whitney's going to present the HR wage hire update. It looks pretty much like its vast majority is just the summer seasonal help, and there's a couple transfers in there. You'd mentioned there was an update.
We took Ira Porker off because Jennifer needs to make a correction to him.
Okay, so we just
His
eliminated line number 3.
Yes.
Ira,
Ira will be on wage report for next Board of Works when Jennifer gets that taken care of.
so it's actually just an omission from what's been presented.
Yes.
But again, this is getting our summer and seasonal help lined up, and as with a lot of companies, we're certainly in need of that seasonal help. So if anybody wants to
Do we have a
consider.
replacement for Kim Arnold upstairs? She'll be missed. And she just transferring?
Yeah, she's going to street.
Yeah, I saw that. But so we'll be filling her position?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I move to approve.
Second?
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Anything else?
She has travel requests too.
Okay, yes, travel request, I did want to note, there's one out-of-state request, and Lynn called and talked to me. It was important that she get registered in a timely fashion to avoid the late fee. So we discussed it and felt it was probably not a bad idea to go ahead and get registered. That's why this is on here. These out-of-state travel are still being considered on a case-by-case basis. Could be certainly rescinded if travel restrictions ensue. As it is right now, being in Michigan, we're just going to keep an eye on it. But we did want to get it in front of you all. And again, these are all considered, the out-of-states are considered on a case-by-case basis. So,
to get qualified to receive my master municipal clerk status, we have to attend one of these conferences. And they're throughout the United States once a year. And it usually involves plane travel and all that kind of stuff. So I was sort of having my eye on the Grand Rapids one because I knew I could drive there and save some money that way. But yeah, if I don't feel comfortable going at that time because of whatever the circumstances it might be with any kind of health emergency, I certainly won't be going. But I also know that I will have been fully immunized by then as well, so
well,
we'll see.
I very much appreciate your comments. We've had that discussion, but I wanted it to be known because I have limited travel to within the state other than on a case-by-case basis. And I think this, I mean, gosh, this is probably closer than driving to the south side of Indianapolis. So it's a good thing as far as saving some expenses, but we'll just keep an eye on it. So I would ask for your approval of that and the other requests that are listed
So
here.
I'll move that. We approve that with discernment on the travel, according to how Lynn feels about that. So I'll move for approval.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? And George, just to, I just want to clarify, I make the final decision on out-of-state travel. It's not up to the individual requesting it. I just want you to know that.
No, yeah.
But I really don't anticipate any concern at all.
I should have said your discernment.
Yeah. Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Pardon me?
Technical difficulties.
Oh, all right. All right, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks, Whitney. All right, Sheila. Big Daddy Dupree, I like saying that.
So we have a couple of dates to fill. This is a contract, the first contract is with Don May for Big Daddy, if I can
Dupree.
say it, Big Daddy Dupree
Dupree.
and the Broke and Hungry Blues Band. Cost is $800. It is coming out of park budget. And this would take the place of the country concert on the 23rd of July.
Well, if they're broke and hungry, maybe we should up that.
Maybe they need 900. Well, and again, I very much appreciate you and the Parks and Recreation Department pivoting to fill those 2 weeks with some scaled down entertainment. And again, we talked last meeting how really popular that summer concert series is, and this will just give us a nice uninterrupted summer of music.
Yes.
So, and we'll consider Zach Day as well, item number 6 in the approval here.
The second contract then is with Zach Day. It is for the June 11th date, which would have been the rock concert, and it is $1,500 out of the park budget, and it's the Zach Day Blues Band is his actual name
Okay,
of the act.
all right. So, any Questions or comments?
I move to approve items 5 and 6.
I'll second that.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, item 7 would be a contract with Widener Paint.
Yes, this is
Instructor.
with Heather Widener, and she has been doing our virtual painting classes for us. Well, starting in May, we'll be bringing those back in-house. So she's going to be actually coming into the building now, and we think that we can socially distance. We've got that capped at a good number where we can keep everybody socially distanced inside one of our buildings and be able to have people back in the buildings again. So we're excited to have this contract with her.
Great. And again, thank you for creating an online opportunity, and it's certainly coming to fruition now. It'll be really nice. Had she done it live prior to?
No,
Okay,
no, this will be our first time teaching with us live. She just came in when we started doing the virtual.
great. Questions?
No, I'll move to approve that contract.
Second.
Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? And item number 8, Wysong Ballroom Dancing.
Yep, the last one I have for you is with Michelle Wysong. We had these scheduled for last March, and we got 2 classes into it, and we all got sent home. So we are bringing her back to try and do it again, beginning in May. Yes, May 11th, and it'll be Monday evenings. And she's doing 2 different sessions, teaching four types of dance. And she will be paid per couple that sign up, so it's a not-to-exceed contract.
Okay,
I'll
questions?
move, no, I'll move to approve that contract.
Second.
Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right,
Okay, thank you.
thanks, Heather. Sheila? I was still thinking about Big Daddy. You're lucky I didn't call you Big Daddy Dupree.
You want to change your name, Joe?
All right, back to work here. Item number 9 is from Building and Plan. This is a Orthoworks lease for the 3rd floor. That lease has been presented. It was prepared by our city attorney. You'll note it's a lease that began February 1st as their lease ran out, and it's got a short term in it. It's only running through the end of July, actually August 1st, and then we'll reevaluate what's going to happen. We did reduce the rent payment a bit.
Yeah, they're only occupying, I think, 3 offices and then a little receptionist space up there, so they're not really taking up much space on the 3rd floor currently.
There's been some realignment upstairs with Kedco being up there and Excel Links being up there. Razor Medical had an office up there, so we're trying to allocate space as necessary and adjust the rent as necessary till we get through 1st of August.
Move to approve.
Second?
Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. And then you've got a right-of-way services engineering for,
Yeah, so this is for the Lincoln Neighborhood Sidewalk Project, and this is right-of-way
Right.
services. So we currently have two contracts going on with them at the same time, so I've got these 2 pay applications. Right-of-way services is currently underway, and that pay application is in the amount of $18,196.25.
all right? Questions?
I move to approve.
I'll second that.
Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
And then the next pay application is Pay App 23, and this is for the preliminary engineering contract. We're winding that contract down. I think we have about $13,000 left on that PE contract, and most of that would be the retainer. So this pay application is for $5,360.
With Troyer as well.
Yep.
All right.
I move to approve.
I'll second that.
Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. Thanks, Justin. Item 12, PD, materials request for a 10-bay garage roof. Scott?
So the department is just simply requesting obviously the purchase. This agreement was through U.S. Commodities and with the via Garland Company. And I'd go into great detail, but to be quite honest, James Emmons did most of the work in this project, and I'm sure he'd be happy to answer your questions.
But I assume that, just the obvious question is, it's U.S. Communities Purchasing Cooperative, that meets the bid requirement.
Correct.
Okay.
So we did not have to, and previously it was presented to the board for the purchase of the labor, so that's already been agreed upon. We have that money, those funds appropriated. And this is simply an additional $58,224.87 to be taken out of our, I guess, the 636 account that we currently have the funds in there to support this purchase at this time.
All right. I don't have any questions, as long as it meets the requirement of state on the bid, because it is over 50,000. We're good.
It's quite a project, and I
Yeah.
questioned the price at first, but then when I realized how big that space is, I could see the materials and everything being
Yeah, it definitely ended up being more expensive than what we initially thought. I mean, the flat roofs are very difficult to replace, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I move to approve.
I'll second that.
All right.
Thanks.
Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. Item 13, stormwater contract, Pike Lake Restoration. This would be with G&G Hauling and Excavating. So we awarded that contract, and now awarded the bid, now this is the contract.
Yeah, this is the contract for the bid that was awarded at the last Board of Works.
Questions?
No, I'll move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. Evidently there's an amendment.
Yeah, this is an amendment to Cardno's scope of services to provide construction oversight during that project so they can ensure it's put into specifications and done correctly.
So my only question was, it's a change order form, but it says that it's for construction oversight services. So have construction oversight services already been a part of this, and this is added to, or is this just the addition of?
This is the addition of, I spoke with their organization that we typically would see an amendment to
Yeah.
an agreement.
Okay.
For a professional agreement, but their organization is set up, they call them change orders.
That's, all right.
So it is an amendment. They had the design portion and helped us get the project bid and awarded. This is the services during construction.
Perfect. I just saw that change order, and it led me to believe it might have been for more work rather than just doing the work.
I move to approve.
I'll second that.
All right. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thanks, James. I appreciate that. Item 15 would be the grant service contract, monthly contract, I think $1,090. I think there's actually another one down there somewhere, buried down in item 18, but we'll take that in a minute. So this item 15, grant services for the wastewater treatment plant expansion.
Overlooks the payroll. and all
Yeah,
that.
this overlooks the payroll.
I'll move to approve that.
Second.
Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. Item 16 would be small construction bill from Wessler, or actually an engineering bill from Wessler, overseeing the construction of $2,209.
It's actually, this first one's actually for the asset management plan that we have to provide SRF at the end of the project is the first one. It's related to the construction because we have to do this for the SRF, but it was not technically for any of the construction ongoing at the plant.
All right, thanks for that clarification. Questions?
No, I'll move to approve.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, item number 17 is to Wessler as well. This is for oversight of construction, I assume.
Correct.
Okay, $49,896. Comments, questions?
I move to approve.
I'll second that.
All right, further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, item 18 would be back to NV Grant Services in the amount of $1,170. Any comments on that? Just,
No, reason there's two of them, I missed getting it on the last Board of Works.
Okay.
And so it just fell that we had the two bills come in before the next Board of Works, so.
perfect.
I'll move to approve that.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right,
Thank you.
thanks, Brian. All right, I assume there are no special claims being presented?
There is no special claims to be presented. You are correct.
Thank you. All right, we'll just look at, I think there's just one docket today.
I looked that over, did you? Any
I'm
questions?
good.
All right.
George, you combed through it?
Yes, I did. So I don't have any further questions, so hearing no chatter, I will move to approve the claims.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. Any other items to come before the board? Well, hearing none, I will thank you all for your participation and attendance today, and we'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right, thank you. Hey, man.